Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for our WWE WrestleMania Backlash 2022 preview and predictions. I am here with the connoisseur of reporting, the face and ace of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, and my right hand man, Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon. How you doing today, sir?
Doing good. What is up, good brother? What is up, everyone in the chat? Let's see, only 6 matches, so this might be our shortest preview ever. But I was looking through the card, and I don't think it's the easiest to predict. So let's see where we go with these.
Let's see how we steer our course here, and of course we want to hear from all of you. We usually do these preview and predictions for the major shows, whether it be WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, New Japan. If they would stop giving us copyrights, we stick to it on True Hill Heat for now. But yeah, these standalone preview shows are usually for WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling. But most importantly, we want to hear from all of you in the live chat. Give us your predictions for WWE WrestleMania Backlash coming up this Sunday, May 8th, live on the Peacock Network and WWE Network. 6-match card, like Romeo said. So it is the fallout from WrestleMania 38 two-night event. But of course, help out this video and help out the channel oh so much with dropping a like on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Yesterday, we dropped our exclusive interview with Deonna Purrazzo, the reigning ROH Women's World Champion. So check out that interview as she talks about tonight's AEW Dynamite big matchup with Mercedes Martinez to decide the undisputed ROH Women's World Champion. We talk about that. We talk about the Impact Knockouts division, what the ROH Women's World Championship means to her, as well as Jersey Shore, which is always one of my favorite subjects to talk with a wrestler. And she's from Jersey, so she's an expert. But there
Would
is
you
so
like me
much.
to play that clip from the interview
Oh,
for those
why
for those
not?
who haven't seen or
For
just want a little
those,
tease?
if you want a little tease of our Deonna Purrazzo video, since we don't have much to talk about with this WrestleMania Backlash card, why not? Let's play the clip.
Loading, loading, loading in 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. Processing. -2. It's coming, folks. I promise it's worth it.
I thought you had this on the ready the way you were talking,
My
but yes,
internet said, "Go fuck yourself, Romeo."
also, guys, we want to hear from all of you in the live chat. Of course, your super chat donations helps out the channel oh so much, helps us grow even more. We've been hitting big milestones on the channel, 2,300 subscribers as we were making that march to 3,000. But your super chat donations helps us out with better video quality, with better mics, with everything that makes True Hill Heat possible. It helps us grow, and it helps our contributors get a little finance from all the hard work that we do covering with our watch alongs for WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, GCW. Of course, Romeo did his thing on the GCW AAA watch along this past weekend over on our Twitch channel as well. Support us over there. But we're going to try to highlight as many comments as possible, like Sam and Sammy Joe. We got shortest, he says, shortest preview, all about breaking records. We also got Vala B saying, how many title matches are on this show? Well, we got the SmackDown Women's Championship is going to be up for grabs, as you already know, and
And
I
that's it.
believe
You can stop there.
that's it. That's it. That's it,
They
ladies
did
and gentlemen.
promote there's gonna be a unified tag team championship match, but that got trashed.
That got scrapped, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about that and the main event in detail on this preview. We got Ringside Mayhem Pod TV. What's going on? Good brothers over there saying, yo, what's up, SP3 and True Heel Romeo? How's everything going? We are doing well out here. We got Ash Fanash saying, True Hill Heat. How was London? I'm still in the UK. I'm not in London anymore, but London was great. Got to visit the Wrestle Talk offices and headquarters. Got to be on the Wrestle Talk podcast with Ali and Luke yesterday talking about Monday Night Raw, which was a lot of fun. Got to talk about the super chat donations and Romeo. I did a special Joe Gacy, aka SP Gacy, which is my personality, my alter ego on the NXT 2.0 review over on the Wrestle Talk podcast YouTube channel, which goes live later today, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. UK. I did an SP Gacy version of Steiner Math.
Oh,
So I read the Steiner Math promo as Joe Gacy.
that's wild. I didn't know I needed that in my life.
someone sent a ultra chat to the Wrestle Talk podcast guys and asked me to do a Joe Gacy version of Steiner Math, and we always do what the people want in our super chat. So if you got a super chat, if you want to send a super chat that wants me to do another Joe Gacy promo in any type of way, feel free to send those to us. We got a super chat donation from our good brother Vala B saying some cash monies for the short show. We always appreciate that, Vala B, and you're one of our best supporters, always consistent with that support with those super chat donations, which we appreciate. And you taught me what rubies equate to dollars, so I always appreciate you for that. We also got Slam and Sammy Joe, one of our Patreon backers as well, saying, how about you compare and contrast Flair and Deeb?
This is easy.
I'll be the pro Deeb, he'll be the pro Flair. We'll get to that when we get to Ronda versus Charlotte. How about that? That's what we'll do. Since you sent the super chat, we're gonna give you your money's worth on that one in a great Deeb versus Flair debate. We got Antoine here saying, good morning, fellas. What's real reason for tag team title match being ditched? We'll get to that when we get to the main event 6-man tag team match. And Ashford Nash adding, Steiner Maths was so good. Thank you, Ashford Nash. I appreciate you. I also appreciate you putting in the live chat for me to speak in the mic. The mic setup was weird for me, but you saying that in the live chat made Luke push it closer to me. So thank you for that.
By the way, shout out to our newest patron over on patreon.com/TrueHeal. Ladarius, your name is now on the scrolling ticker as well. Thank you for your support.
We got Ladarius and we got Kim. Kim popped me yesterday with her comment on our Patreon post saying that, she always hears, usually it's Jibby. Jibby always saying that we don't have a lot of female fans. And she said, well, you officially have 4 now. So we appreciate any type of estrogen we can get in our followers, in our community. Join the rest of the True Heel baddies with Miss Chrissy Love and Stephanie Hypes, as well as the people in the live chat like CM, like Annika, like Monique. We got the True Heel baddie section. It's growing. It's growing slowly but surely. We got another super chat donation here from Ringside Mayhem Pod TV saying, while we wait for this video to process, LOL, can we please get SP3 doing the CM Punk bike bomb in SP Gacy? Steiner Math was hilarious. All right, man. You asked for it.
We're never gonna get to this preview. So much for shortest preview.
Oh man, so much for that, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, you asked for it. Like this is in a super chat. That's the best way to do it. So, gotta get into character. All right, you ready, Romeo?
Please don't do all 10 minutes of it.
Yes, I am.
Please don't.
John Cena, while you lay there, hopefully as uncomfortable as you possibly can be, I want you to listen to me. I want you to digest this, because before I leave in 3 weeks with your WWE Championship, I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. I don't hate you, John. I don't even dislike you. I do like you. I like you a hell of a lot more than I like most people in the back. I hate this idea that you're the best, because you're not. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. There's one thing you're better at than I am, and that's kissing Vince McMahon's ass. You're as good at kissing Vince's ass as Hulk Hogan was. I don't know if you're as good as Dwayne, though. He's a pretty good kisser. I always was and still is. Whoops! I'm breaking the fourth wall. I
Yeah,
am the
you killed that.
best wrestler in the world. I'll end it there for now.
That was top notch. Well done. That's
gotta
right up
gotta
there
do
with
the
everything.
eyes and this thing that he does.
It's right up there with all your impersonations.
I don't know. I still feel like my Paul Pera is A1. It's still A1 in my opinion.
We could do a poll. We could do a poll.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll eventually. But yes, let's air the clip before, or you know what? People have to stay tuned for that. We have to. We'll end things with the clip since it took a while to the program, and we're already 11 minutes in, and we haven't even gone to any of the matches. One last super chat donation before we get into the predictions. Heel Steven, thank you so much, good brother, and thank you for joining us on Rated Raw Superstars this week. Saying sup, gang. Just left work just in time for the predictions. Thank you, good brother, as always.
Let me just go ahead and mention that Steve will join us again Saturday night for our Under Siege watch along, which we'll go right into. We're going to watch UFC 274 and the Canelo fight also. So all of that together on one stream. Steve will join us, at least for the later portion of it.
Don't worry, Ashford Nash. You send in the super chat donation, and I'll finish. I'll finish before this one is over. And Chase
Congrats to Cole
Oliver.
Cabana on his Brooklyn Brawler gig on Young Rock.
Yes, great stuff. Great choice by there. And Chase Oliver shouting out my Tony Khan. He says Tony Khan is a goat impersonation by SB3. Thank you. All right, Romeo. Let's get
you really gotta, there's a way you can make the Tony Khan impersonation even better, but let's not go there.
Yes, let's get into
I said let's not go there, and he goes there. Unbelievable.
Let's get into the matches for WrestleMania Backlash this Sunday.
Let's see. Let's start with a really crappy one. Here we go.
Yes, it is going to be Happy Corbin going one-on-one with Madcap Moss back at WrestleMania. It was Happy Corbin who was defeated for the first time in his happy persona against Drew McIntyre. And of course, he didn't want to blame himself, so he blamed his sidekick, Madcap Moss. They had spent months since last summer in 2021 as a partnership, with Madcap being the laughing and joking sidekick for Happy Corbin. So he directed his blame at him, saying that he was too worried about his win of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and not worried enough about helping Happy. And that led to Madcap Moss turning babyface, which got a nice reaction when he did turn babyface. Got to give it to them for that. Madcap Moss over the last couple of weeks has been picking up victories against members of Los Lotharios. Then a couple of weeks ago, Happy Corbin attacked him and stole his Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. But Madcap Moss got it back this past week on a special edition of Happy Talk, where he almost smashed Happy with a sledgehammer during this episode. This is the grudge match, the blow off of one of the greatest partnerships exploding at WrestleMania Backlash. Romeo,
Moss wins. I will be getting a drink during this match, using the bathroom. You got to time it correctly. This pay-per-view, this probably go on before the main event, I'd assume. I don't care about this.
And it doesn't seem like anyone in the chat does either. Who did you say you got?
Moss.
Oh, yes. I'm going to agree with you and say Madcap Moss gets the victory. I think that the WWE is high on him, and Vince McMahon is high on him. He's got the physique. He's got a good look to him. He's very mobile in the ring. I do have to say that. I like the little running of the ropes that he does into the shoulder block tackle that he's been doing against Los Lotharios. So maybe we get a little bit of that in this matchup. He just needs a complete look overhaul. Get rid of the suspenders. Get rid of the shorts. Get back into some ring gear or something unique that maybe plays off of what you've been before. But yeah, Madcap Moss gets the victory here.
Moving on, got Bobby Lashley and Omos in a rematch.
This Should be interesting. These two went one on one at WrestleMania 38, with Bobby Lashley getting the victory after returning on the WrestleMania Raw edition. After on the Raw after WrestleMania, it was MVP who returned with Bobby Lashley, introducing him, and then he turned on Bobby Lashley and sided with Omos, feeling that Bobby Lashley wasn't appreciative of how MVP revitalized the career of the Almighty. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen these two men go at it in an arm wrestling showdown, with Bobby Lashley getting the victory and then Omos destroying him with the table. We've seen Bobby Lashley defeat Cedric Alexander, who wanted to bring back the Hurt Business, except with Omos this time, but that didn't work out too well for him, as he got the he got the Almighty's Fury this past Monday on Monday Night Raw. So who wins this WrestleMania rematch here, Romeo?
I was gonna pick Omos, thinking MVP makes the difference. But I saw on Raw, they did like subtle changes to Lashley's entrance. Like they got him on a pedestal now. They really, really love Lashley. I'm going with Lashley.
I do agree. They do love Lashley, and they given him. They did that pedestal thing. They started at WrestleMania. I guess this is only something that he's gonna do for matches and not for just like any appearance that he makes and stuff. But if you were going to go in this direction, this seems like this is the start of maybe another match. They're probably going to have more than one match. I'm scary to say this after this. This is not the blow off of the feud, in my opinion, due to how
This is the
MVP.
case. I'm sorry for interrupting. This is the case for everything that's left on the card too.
It seems like that too. Like this is just the middle match of what's going to be a 3-match series for a lot of these feuds. I'm going with Omos to get his win back from WrestleMania and get the victory here. MVP makes the difference. You gotta firmly establish he's lost the arm wrestling showdown. He can't lose another matchup. Like then it's like you pretty much have just, lack of a better term, you pretty much have buried Omos as a giant if he loses 2 straight matches and an arm wrestling showdown to Bobby Lashley here. So I think Omos has to win this one.
I agree with all your logic. That's what should happen. But as we know with WWE, is that what will happen? We'll see.
We got Ringside Mayhem saying Bobby already beat him twice again. Not interested, but this will be an Omos win. We got Vala B who says Romeo doesn't care about any match here, but
Not
Charlotte
true.
versus Ronda. And even that's a bit of a stretch.
Not true. That is a myth.
Ash Finesse says the only person that Vince was high on backstage that paid off is Theory. Okay, that's fair. We got Chase Oliver who says, "What's the point of this rematch? Lashley got the payoff at Mania. This feels like let's keep Lashley away from the title type of feud, but Lashley doesn't benefit for it at all. I think that this whole feud is to put over Omos and to establish Omos, to give him some depth. He was just the giant that didn't take any bumps, that didn't lose up until WrestleMania 38. So they made him take a bump on the WrestleMania Raw. He lost the match at WrestleMania 38. Now he's got a manager, and this is what he's kind of always needed. He had AJ Styles for his first year and a half. Now he's got MVP talking for him. So this is how they're progressing him and adding more layers to his character.
Well, we'll see. Let's move on to AJ Styles versus Edge. Damien Priest banned from ringside.
Yes, these two men went one-on-one at WrestleMania 38, with Damien Priest coming out and distracting AJ Styles, leading to Edge getting the victory at the big event, the Show of Shows. Since then, Edge has established his new stable, Judgment Day, with him and Damien Priest on their mountain of omnipotence, and they have targeted AJ
Wow, can you
Styles.
say that again?
Omnipotence. Can't say it 5 times fast, but I can say it once or twice. But yes, they attacked AJ Styles in his locker room, hurting his shoulder, the same shoulder that he injured AJ Styles back at Royal Rumble 2020, as well as the same shoulder that that Edge himself injured at Backlash 2020. So he got some revenge by hurting his shoulder. Then this past week, AJ Styles returned to the show and he defeated Damien Priest to get him banned from ringside at WrestleMania Backlash, but it was just before Judgment Day was about to hurt his shoulder once again with a concerto that Finn Balor made an appearance and helped out his fellow former Bullet Club member on the birthday, the 9th birthday of the Bullet Club. The two former Bullet Club members gave the Too Sweet in the middle of the ring. So what's going to happen at WrestleMania Backlash here, Romeo?
Thank you, Switchblade, the catalyst. That wouldn't have happened without the Switchblade. A good
Wouldn't
friend
have
of
happened.
good friend of the channel.
Wouldn't have happened as if it wasn't for our good friend, the catalyst of professional wrestling, Switchblade Jay White. If you haven't seen True Heel SP3, Switchblade Jay White has officially made True Heel Heat and SP3 Bullet Club affiliated. We are honorary. We are honorary members because I gave the outline of the reason why Juice Robinson turned heel and joined the Bullet Club, the whole Bullet Club revival that we got at Wrestling Dataku. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/True Heel Heat. Myself and Jay News will review that show in depth over on Patreon, as well as check out True Heel Heat 174 this Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Myself and Miss Chrissy Love, as well as our special guest, which we will announce on our Twitter. We'll talk about that as well on that show. But yes, Switchblade has officially made us Bullet Club affiliated. So that would make me kind of want to lean towards AJ Styles to get the win back. But I feel like they are setting up a new member of Judgment Day here to help out Edge. It's just who are you going to go with in this one, Edge?
First of all, I love this new Edge. Edge is in his element. I've been digging the promos every week on Raw. One of the parts I'm looking forward to the most on Raw. I agree with you. There will be a new member inducted. The guesses seem to be between 3 people: Ciampa, Rhea Ripley, and even Finn Balor himself turning, and it was all a ruse, and Too Sweet turns into now you're judged. I would hate that one the most. It'd take me some time to warm up to it, but I want to see AJ and Finn team up for a bit. You can't tease that and then not deliver it. Ciampa, it'd be weird because you just got him in this Ali thing. I think if it was gonna be him, you wouldn't do that yet. So I think it's gonna be Rhea Ripley joining up with them and her helping Edge to win this. Not clean. Edge wins. And I think next month you have your at Hell in a Cell, you have your tag team match: AJ and Finn versus Edge and Priest with Ripley at ringside.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean towards what you're cooking up over there. I think Edge is gonna get the victory here. They gotta keep going with this whole push of this new stable. It's the only stable outside of the Bloodline on the main roster, so it makes sense for Edge to get the victory. So I'm gonna agree with you there. But I'll go with Ciampa appearing and revealing himself to be the newest member of Judgment Day to set up maybe a 6-man tag at Hell in a Cell of Ciampa, Edge, and Priest versus the Bullet Club members AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Mustafa Ali.
I was thinking that too. That's another possibility. Do you prefer Ciampa over Rhea if you had to choose?
I want both to join Judgment Day. That's why I want Ciampa first to set up the 6-man at Hell in a Cell, and then the reason that Judgment Day wins there is because Rhea Ripley reveals herself as the newest member of Judgment Day.
I would like that too. You want Judgment Day to be a trio. You put them in trios matches. You can't do that with Rhea. Well, you can, but it's more than likely they won't.
You could do a 6-person tag with Rhea and then add Liv to the Bullet Club members. And Liv is all about watching wrestling outside of WWE, so she'll know how to do the Too Sweet and everything. Chase Oliver saying, "I wish this was Finn and AJ versus Edge and Priest. This match will be fine. I think AJ will win." So he thinks AJ is going to get his win back here. We also got Ringside Mayhem saying, "It's so good to see the Universal Bullet Club reunion across so many shows. It's just too sweet." I mean, I don't know how I feel about WWE doing it, because they literally had 3 different times where they failed to capitalize on a Bullet Club, a version of Bullet Club in this company. They had their chance in 2016 when AJ Styles turned heel and aligned himself with the Good Brothers, and then they inconspicuously drafted them to opposite brands to split that up. Then you had the Balor Club in 2018, which they just wipe their hands of all of a sudden. I don't even remember what happened to lead to them just saying, "Oh, you know what? Never mind. We're not going to do that." They started
Wasn't
out
that
in
when they
like
got released, Gallows and Anderson?
no, this was in
No.
2018 because the third time that they tried this was the OC in 2019 when Gallows and Anderson re-signed with the company along with AJ Styles when they thought they were going to go to AEW, and then they basically were just the prototypical heel stable that I guess helped AJ beat Ricochet a few times for the United States Championship, and then they got beat up by the Undertaker at the Boneyard match. That's how that group ended before Gallows and Anderson left the company. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this Bullet Club reunion. If it's just to set up a tag team match, then cool. But
Yeah, I don't see it being long term.
yeah, I don't
Although
see
I
it.
could see them bringing back the demon for if Finn and Edge become a feud, I see that happening.
I could see that. That would be fun. Thank you, Chase, for that amazing thread you did. We got Chase Oliver saying, "I'm with you, Romeo. Give us AJ and Finn team." We also got Slam and Sammy Joe saying, "Well, I'd have Ali team up with Bullet Club." See, so me and Slam and Sammy Joe are on the same level here.
By the
We
way,
got
I hope this match is better than the WrestleMania match. Something was off with the WrestleMania match, mostly the crowd.
yeah, I think the crowd was tired or resting themselves for later in the show, and the match felt kind of long, and they didn't make it as exciting until like the final few minutes. They wanted to do more of like a story driven matchup, which I don't know, man. If unless he's in like a triple threat, Edge hasn't been that on the money since his return at WrestleMania. Like he went long form story driven matchup with Randy Orton in the Performance Center, and yeah, me and Romeo have buried that match enough. And, and then he did that with AJ Styles, and it didn't hit too well. So hopefully it's a better match. Yeah,
He
I
was able
agree.
to rebound with Randy Orton in the taped greatest match ever. Maybe he could rebound here.
Hopefully. Will Chisholm saying, speaking of Bullet Club, I love how Cody is the most passive aggressive Bullet Club leader I have ever seen. He never really claims it. He wasn't a Bullet Club leader.
He wasn't a
That's
leader.
why. He wasn't a
That's
leader.
why he's
He
passive
tried.
aggressive about it.
Yeah, he tried. He tried to take leadership from Kenny Omega, but that was never made official. That was all part of the Bullet Club Civil War storyline. The Bucks never said he was the leader. Tama Tonga never gave him the leadership position. So yeah, he was never a Bullet Club leader. The Bullet Club leaders are as like Carl Anderson said at Wrestling Dataku. It went from Prince Devitt to AJ Styles to Kenny Omega to Switchblade Jay White. There's only been 4 Bullet Club leaders. We got Ashford Nash saying, please let Styles win for God's sake. The last time AJ won at a pay-per-view was at Money in the Bank last year. I did not know that. What?
Well, damn, pal.
Well, damn, pal. Sheesh, what have you been doing, Styles? Come on. And we got Chase Oliver saying Balor Club went to the 3, then all of a sudden Balor Club became that Balor Club is for everyone, and Gallows and Anderson just disappeared. Yep. I think they got drafted to SmackDown while Finn stayed on Raw. So
Yeah.
and we also got Ringside Mayhem saying the best thing the OC had going for them was beat up John Cena. No, that was before the OC. That was the first attempt that I was talking about with the 2016 when they were really referred to as the Club. Back then, there's the Club, there's the Balor Club, and there's the OC. Those are the 3 versions of Bullet Club that they tried. And we got Chase Oliver saying the whole point of the BC Civil War was Cody thinking he was the leader. Kenny was always the leader. Thank you for that. And yeah, we also got Simon Sammy Joe saying evil for a summer because Jay White was out of the country. See, that was another one that was never really official. And that's why Evil has come up with House of Torture, which is like the worst subgroup in Bullet Club history.
Go do your own shit. Don't call it Bullet Club.
Basically, yeah, just go be House of Torture. Stop dragging the Bullet Club down, Evil.
All right, let's move on to another rematch. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes, of course, at WrestleMania 38, it was Cody Rhodes who returned to WWE to be the Vince McMahon chosen opponent of Seth Rollins. They had a barn burner, one of the best matches of the entire WrestleMania weekend, with Cody Rhodes getting the victory. Since then, Seth Rollins has not been pleased and has been growing in paranoia at Cody Rhodes. He's chosen his own opponent for Cody Rhodes, which was Kevin Owens, which Cody defeated by countout, and then he knocked him off of the top rope. Seemingly, it looked like they were setting up an injury angle, but they never followed up with that. And then this past week on Monday Night Raw, we had the Seth Rollins Appreciation Night, with Seth Rollins wanting everyone to appreciate and thank him for everything that he's offered. And it was Cody Rhodes who interrupted, but Seth decided to try to get under Cody Rhodes' skin by saying that his father, Dusty, was a narcissist, but was a narcissist who was never good enough to become the WWE champion like Seth Rollins has. And this led to a brawl between the two, with Cody throwing Seth's $500 jacket into the crowd. So that lucky fan has a nice jacket. I don't know if he has anything to match with it, though. But this should be another great match between these two. I'll go first here, and I'll say Seth freaking Rollins gets his win back, because it's WWE, ladies and gentlemen, and they will 50-50 book everything.
Absolutely, I agree. Cody Rhodes, I don't think he's going to lose much here, because he's going to get the last laugh eventually, I would think. Whether it's winning this feud, winning Money in the Bank, then winning one of those titles, or both of them. As long as you have Cody Rhodes on that trajectory, I don't mind him losing to Seth freaking Rollins here.
And plus, this sets up a bigger matchup. You know, they're 1-1, and I think they do
Trilogy.
either in Hell in a Cell, or they do like a 2 out of 3 falls match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. They're gonna do some type of trilogy here between Seth and Cody, with Cody coming out on top, and then the segues into him probably winning Money in the Bank in early July, and then versing Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for either the WWE or Universal or Undisputed WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam. I think that this is just the path that they're going. I really want to, I agree with Chase Oliver here. This should be Cody 100%, but more than likely, you got to go by how WWE thinks. They want to set up this trilogy and a third matchup. So Seth Rollins wins here. Kid Get Money saying Cody, 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 Cody. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I think Seth gets the win here, especially how the Go Home show went, where you can kind of do the story of Seth got into Cody's head, bringing up his father, threw him off his game. He wasn't as focused, and Seth gets the win at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, good shit by Seth there. And I'm not going to mind the third match between these two.
Neither. If it's as good as WrestleMania, I'm not going to mind this match, and I'm not going to mind a third match.
You got to think about feuds that will go into Hell in a Cell next month, and one of them might be this one, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yes, this is Wally. So many people, including our two true heel baddies on Serving Face and Heels, are not too enthused about this matchup.
Get over it!
At WrestleMania 38, it was Charlotte Flair who defeated Ronda Rousey to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. But in that matchup, she did tap out to the armbar with the referee down after a referee bump where Charlotte speared him. She later got the win with a big boot. And since then, Ronda Rousey has been disputing this and has challenged Charlotte Flair to an I Quit match where the WWE officials made official. Since then, both women have been showing their dominance on poor Drew Gulak. First with Charlotte Flair beating down Gulak and putting him in the figure 8 and making him say I quit. Then Ronda Rousey making him say I quit in an armbar while she signed a damn contract. Sheesh. Then it was a beat the clock challenge this past week on SmackDown where Ronda Rousey defeated Shotzi Blackheart, or Shotzi, with the ankle lock in a minute and 41 seconds, and Charlotte Flair played with her food in Aaliyah and wasn't able to make her submit in the same amount of time. Charlotte took out her frustrations on poor Drew Gulak once again, who was a timekeeper this week, and this leads us to WrestleMania Backlash this Sunday. I think the stipulation will make this a better match than what we saw at WrestleMania, which I wasn't as down on as many other people. Romeo,
Certainly
what's your thoughts?
Certainly not me. I wasn't down on that. I was one of the few people to trust Charlotte Flair on the WrestleMania stage. I'm not sure if I trust her on the WrestleMania Backlash stage, though. Listen, Charlotte Flair, if you're watching this, what you need to do is you need to get Ronda Rousey to like scream, "I quit, I quit, I quit," and then you record it. And then when the match is going, you have little Nate, somebody backstage. You have somebody press that audio over the speakers, and you have the microphone, and bam, you just watch The Rock and Mankind. The Rock did this to perfection. Perfection. That is the way. That is the only way we could probably win this match, Charlotte. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Ronda Rousey wins. I think we get a trilogy in a Hell in a Cell next month. And for those of you that are tired of this feud, too fucking bad. This is going to continue.
Absolutely how I feel. I think that Ronda Rousey gets the win, becomes the SmackDown Women's Champion by making Charlotte Flair say "I quit," and that sets up a Hell in a Cell match next month. And this is what WWE said after, the reports came out after WrestleMania, when Charlotte, not a lot of people thought Charlotte should have won there, but she did. It was WWE wants this to be a long-term storyline. So it doesn't end after this pay-per-view. They want it to be a 3-match series because that's how all long-term WWE feuds go. So Charlotte and Ronda will be inside Hell in a Cell next month in June. So
as I've always said, you can't become a 16-time world champion unless you lose it 15 times.
Simple math, ladies and gentlemen. Got a few comments to highlight here. We got Will Chisholm, who says, if Seth and Cody ends up in Hell in a Cell, Cody will try to get Vince to let him blade.
To be a fly on a wall during that conversation.
Absolutely. We got Annika, who says, no one wants to see this, Romeo.
Not so fast. I want to see it. Chase Oliver wants to see it. There are people. Believe it or not. Yes.
SP3 wants to see it.
Vince McMahon wants to see it.
Exactly. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Vince McMahon wants to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Popping himself.
Chase says, if I am not doing anything, I will join you and celebrate this match with you on Sunday.
Well, this is going to be an L, though, Chase. I'm not going to be celebrating that.
Oh, I love it. AKA one of the matches that Pierce couldn't make official, but could make other matches official. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, I never get what's going on with Pierce. He never knows. He can make matches on the same show, but couldn't make this match.
And he shows personal bias. Not as much as Sonya, but
true. We got rematch after rematch after rematch. I can see why this is called WrestleMania Backlash. See? They added the WrestleMania, so you're going to see WrestleMania rematches.
Well, the hilarious part is that you're going to keep getting some rematches here in some of these feuds. It's not over for a bunch of these.
No, it should be WrestleMania Hell in a Cell. Good comment there, Frantic World.
Backlash.
And Slam and Sammy Joe reminded me here. Here we go. Let's do it, Romeo. The debate. The debate. That is very clever. Slammy
I don't know. What do you want to compare? Star power? Achievements?
That's all kayfabe. All kayfabe. Let's talk about in the ring. I would say Serena Deeb over the past year has had much better matches than Charlotte Flair. When was the last great match that Charlotte Flair had? I could name 2 or 3 from Serena Deeb, and those are 2 matches with Hikaru Shida. The one in Philadelphia on the anniversary show last year in October. The one in the TBS title tournament is one of the highest rated women's matches of the entire 2021 on cagematch.com, and I thought that it was one of the best women's matches that AEW has ever done. This past week, that street fight in Philly was great, was a very good matchup.
Overrated.
Charlotte doesn't even have very good matchups anymore. She just has matchups
Just
that
killed it with
people.
Naomi on TV a couple
Oh,
weeks
that
ago.
was yeah. Okay, that was it. I will give you that. I would give you that. That's the only good match that you can name, though. And that
Wow.
wasn't a few weeks. That was like 2 months ago now.
Yeah,
So,
whatever.
so there hasn't been a lot of great matches from Charlotte Flair for all the achievements that she gets, for all the star power that she has, and a lot of that star power is down to her last name. She hasn't been delivering in the ring, and she hasn't even been
Lately.
delivering on the mic. On the mic, I would say Serena Deeb has been much better than her over the past year as well.
Serena Deeb has the personality of a doorknob. So boring. Oh my God. Overrated. Charlotte Flair, even the careers, the more matches, it's everything. Charlotte Flair is better. Always will be better. Serena Deeb, you guys overhype her, man. Just let her be Serena Deeb. Nice little hand. She's not nothing great. A nice little hand.
He is great. One of the best
You're comparing her to
female
the greatest
technical.
of all time.
She's one of the best female
The GOAT.
technical wrestlers out there. It's her and Deonna Purrazzo. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. Charlotte would wrestle circles around Serena Deeb.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't, because she doesn't have good matches. She doesn't have great matches. It took Naomi flipping and doing the flippity doodads and bringing the glow to her for her to have a decent match on television. She just doesn't deliver in the ring. It's all about living up to what she's done in the past and her kayfabe achievements. That's all it's about. And her star power, which only has to do with her last name. So Serena Deeb is the person that was responsible for helping train Charlotte Flair at the Performance Center, for helping train Bayley, for helping train the Four Horsewomen. This is why Serena Deeb deserves a lot more credit than what you always do to undermine her greatness.
Well, you don't want to just give her credit. You want to say she's better than Charlotte. That's not just giving her credit. That's overblown.
But you're not listening. I have put it into a structure. I didn't say she was better than Charlotte overall. I'm saying over the past year, Serena Deeb has been better than Charlotte. That is a factual statement based on in the ring, based on the mic, based on as a character. The professor character is much better than the queen character that's been stale. There's been no evolution of her character, unlike Becky Lynch. For all the bad I said about Becky Lynch's heel turn, she did the best. She made chicken shit into, I won't say chicken salad because it wasn't that good, but she made it. She made it into some bad chicken that a white lady or Irish lady would make. She made it into that at least.
Well, all of the horsewomen are better than Deeb. All of them.
No, I'm saying better than Charlotte. Better than Charlotte.
Bianca's
better than Charlotte. That's
a lot of people.
That's for sure. We got Ringside Mayhem who says Gulag will quit first. We also got the Negro Buck Nick Jackson in the live chat here with us. We also got Annika who says nepotism, Romeo, nepotism. And look at that. We bring up Charlotte Flair, and the other biggest Charlotte Flair fan arrives. How you doing, Princess Charlotte?
Look at those Dylan.
Say hi. Say Charlotte.
Charlotte. She's got a Charlotte gear. She doesn't have Serena Deeb gear, I assure you.
We haven't got that yet. We're going to get her the professor shirt, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap for that. We got Isaiah Marshall saying hello to you, Isaiah. Hello. We also got Slam and Timmy Joe saying, I love this. Yes. As long as you give us a super chat donation, we can debate about anything, especially me and Romeo. We always love to disagree. That started our friendship.
Yeah.
And we also got the Negro Buck who says, put some respect on the professor's name. Thank you, Negro Buck.
Overrated. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
To the main event, which used to be something else, but now it's a big old 6-man tag with nothing on the line.
With absolutely nothing on the line, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world, and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jey Uso. See, my daughter loves the Bloodline too. Versus the team of the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle, as well as Drew McIntyre in a 6-man tag team matchup. Of course, this was supposed to be the tag team title unification match for the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles between RK Bro and the Usos. WWE built this up for about 3 weeks, and this was all the idea of Roman Reigns, yet on last week's SmackDown, when there was a contract signing for that matchup, Roman Reigns decided to rip up the contract, put it away, and then had Paul Heyman suggest a new matchup of the six-man tag team matchup. To reveal why we're getting this six-man tag team matchup, WWE wanted Roman Reigns to be on this card. If you check for the tickets for WrestleMania Backlash in Providence, Rhode Island, there are still tickets available. So obviously they needed their biggest star on this show, but they didn't want to rush the Drew McIntyre Roman Reigns rivalry because it seems like Drew is going to be the next challenger. So they decided to throw both of these men into this match and make one big six-man tag for WrestleMania Backlash. So here we are. Who you got, Romeo?
I hate this. I hate this so much. I really you ruined it. You ruined it. This is horrible booking. I was actually looking forward to the third match between RK Bro and the Usos. I want unified tag team champions. I don't want two. I was looking forward to that. You would have the Usos win it all, and the Bloodline would have all the gold. That would have been a cool visual to see at the end of the show. And now we just got a six-man tag. You didn't even bother to be like, okay, let's put all the titles on the line. That would have been obvious who's winning. But still, you think you would, considering what Roman wanted, that was Roman's goal. He wants to tag titles. You just throw that all away and you want us to forget about it. Forget it ever happened. And it's just it's so insulting to the viewer. Insulting. That being said, this match, I'm sure it'll be a good match. Do you care if nothing's on the line? Probably not. But they'll deliver. I think with the fact that nothing's on the line, you could get away with the Bloodline losing here. The Usos taking a fall. So I'm going to go with Randy, Riddle, and Drew. Yeah. I'm so disappointed by this. It really took the wind out of the sails for me as far as this main event goes.
It doesn't even make sense story-wise. Roman Reigns was the one who suggested the title unification, and he was the same one who decided to rip up the contract. It just makes no sense story-wise why they did any of this. That's what puzzles me the most. But I didn't agree with a lot of people who was like, oh, if you're gonna make it a six-man, make it winner takes all. Then that makes the results so much more predictable. Like, at least there's some mystery here. If this was winner takes all, the Usos and Roman Reigns were going to win this. No doubt in my mind. But because it's non-title, there's some mystery. Are they going to make the Bloodline look dominant in the six-man tag? Are they going to have RK Bro and Drew McIntyre get the win? I'm going to go with the latter here, and I'm going to say yes, RK Bro and Drew McIntyre get the win to really firmly established that Drew McIntyre is next in line for the WWE Universal Championship. But I totally agree with you. This was such a great opportunity to have the tag team titles main event of pay-per-view for the first time since TLC 2019, when the women's tag team titles were on the line with the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. And it would have been the first time that the male tag team titles were on the line in the main event since TLC 2009, when D-Generation X defeated Jericho for the tag team titles in a TLC match. So it's been so long.
Do you think, I think we still, I'm hopeful. I'm more hopeful than assured. Do you think we still get that unification match maybe at Hell in a Cell? Where Hell in a Cell sells itself and maybe you don't have to worry about what Roman's doing?
I don't think so now. I don't even think they would do that, because they've already set up the Street Profits to be the next challengers for RK Bro on Monday Night Raw. They haven't really established a new team on SmackDown to versus the Usos at all. But they can do Shinsuke Nakamura finding a tag team partner, because they did do something to set him up to have some beef with the Bloodline. They haven't followed up with it in 3 weeks, but at least
I thought it was going to be Shinsuke Roman.
Yeah, I did too, but we were all wrong. But yes, I think they can do something with that to kind of give the Usos something at Hell in a Cell. But yeah, it's just very confusing. But at this point, I think that they are not going to do the title unification. I think RK Bro is too hot and too much of a merch mover to have them take the Raw Tag Team titles off of them now.
Too bad. I wanted to see the Bloodline with all the gold. Well, looks like we won't get it.
We got Slammy Sammy Joe, who says nothing is on the line. I'm gonna say Drew pins Jimmy here. And we got Annika asking a simple question: why would they do this, man? I don't know, Annika. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Frantic World saying this main event is too funny. No titles are on the line. Ringside Mayhem saying Idlewild song describes this match best. Makes no sense at all. Yes, indeed. We got Kid Get Money says it makes sense. Roman tells us all the time it's his show and he does what he wants. You got me there. You got me there. And we got Slam and Sammy Joe saying, oh, Shinsuke really deserves a pay-per-view main event. Yeah, he never got his title shot from winning that gauntlet back in January of 2021.
Damn.
You remember? You remember
No,
that?
I don't.
When he won the gauntlet and then they had Adam Pearce win it and in the end because Roman went to the face Adam Pearce and then we never even got that. Adam Pearce just gave his title shot to Kevin Owens.
SmackDown is bad, man. Jeez. It's so bad.
SmackDown been bad for a while. It was just distracting us the fact that Roman was such a great character and he was versing guys like Danny O'Brien, Kevin Owens, and Cesaro. So you were distracted by the fact that the rest of the show was pretty lacking outside of that.
But even the Roman stuff now is we need something to spicing things up.
It's getting old. They basically have beaten all of his opponents to the point that he has no one to face.
And I could see this Drew feud. Tell me if you agree. Going 4 months all the way to Clash of the Castle.
Yep. I can see it.
4-month feud. Are you guys ready?
I could see it. Absolutely agree with you. I could see that happening for sure.
My God. Well, in between that, maybe he loses to Cody Rhodes. Hopefully.
Chase Oliver saying Roman and Sammy's knees and backs are hurting trying to carry SmackDown.
Sammy is one of the best parts of SmackDown.
He is.
But he's not on this card.
Go figure, because they did 4 weeks of him and Drew just to set up Drew being in the 6-man.
That's so. Oh man, that's stupid.
So stupid.
Join us Sunday. Hey, we're gonna be watching all of this. Backlash watch along. I'll be here. Josh will be there. We'll see who else we can get. We'll have fun. You know, the 4 of these matches should deliver in ring. One we probably don't care about, but hey.
We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. I do agree with you. I think the matches will deliver, but there's not a lot of interest in the show, but we appreciate your interest, your super chat donations, your comments in the live chat. We always appreciate how active you guys are and bring the entertainment. Allow me and Romeo to debate about something. Allow me to do a Joe Gacy promo, making me, warm up for later on to WrestleMania, for Wrestle Talk podcast, NXT 2.0 review, because I have to do another Joe Gacy promo. I thought he was wrestling and I didn't have to worry about that, but there was a Joe Gacy promo on NXT Spring Breaking, so stay tuned for that. 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. UK, over on the Wrestle Talk Podcast YouTube channel. Romeo, tell the people where they can follow you on social media, and the WrestleMania Backlash watch along. You're going to be on Sunday. Impact Under Siege watch along on Saturday, and all that good stuff.
Hey, follow me, True Heel Romeo, on Twitter and Instagram. Right here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Every Monday we watch Monday Night Raw, Rated Raw Superstars. Every Tuesday, we watch NXT, NX3. Join us for that. We have Dynamite watch-alongs. I don't know if we'll have one tonight. I got to see what everyone's doing. If you like previews, we're going to have an Under Siege preview dropping Friday with Chris G, Ness, one of them, or both of them. We'll see. And then Saturday, the watch-along Impact Under Siege. We'll also watch UFC and Canelo boxing. It'll be a fun night of Saturday night fights, as it was last week. And Sunday, of course, the Backlash watch along. Join us for that too.
And you can check out all the stuff that we've had on this week. Like he said, Rated Raw Superstars, NX3, as well as we had a new edition, Wrestling Disasters, episode 7 with Steve Fall, Miss Chrissy Love, talking about the 4 doinks from Survivor Series 1993, as well as my interview with Deanna Parazzo for True Heels, BTR, and Romeo. You have a clip to show them to preview that, and they can after they see this little clip, they're going to want to watch the interview in full.
Go thumbs up that video, but here's a clip.
Like I said, I've seen a couple of your interviews before, and you in particular popped me on one of your interviews where you said one of your dreams is to meet Snooki. And you said this, being a Jersey girl, I'm a huge Jersey Shore fan. So if you had to cast the Jersey Shore of professional wrestling, who would be?
Ooh.
Because I know you're Snooki. I know you said
Yeah.
Chelsea Green is JWoww. So who would be
Yeah.
Dina? Who would be Vinny? Who would be the Situation? Who would be
Oh
Paulie?
gosh. I never thought about this before. So I don't know who's who, right? But I think that, you know, the group of us is me and obviously my fiance Steve Macklin, Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona, Britt Baker and Adam Cole. That's kind of like our group. So we don't get to do a lot together because obviously we're all busy and things like that. But we try to pick, you know, whether it's my birthday or someone's birthday every year of a way for us all to sit down and have dinner together. We all watch, you know, the Royal Rumble together and things like that. So I think that is who I would cast for the Jersey Shore of pro wrestling. I think it would just be like my best friends. I think it would be really entertaining.
I would love to see that. That we need to book that. We need to you know, go to the television companies and get that done. Great work on the editing and the meme by Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon, as always.
Thank you. Great question.
Yeah, thank you. Check out that. We talked about her AEW Dynamite debut tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, as against Mercedes Martinez, what the ROH Women's World Championship means to her and her history in Ring of Honor, as well as the Impact Wrestling Knockouts division and what's next for her in Impact Wrestling. So check that out right now. It's up on the homepage on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. But this has
said on NX3 real quickly. I said on NX3, I may have to just not put on my Puerto Rican sleeve tonight. I got to root for Diana. I think I'm Italian tonight.
There we go. We're all Italian tonight because Diana is officially a part of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel universe. But go over and check that interview out. Check out all the great content here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Like this video, share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And we'll be back with more on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. But stay tuned for the WrestleMania Backlash watch along for Romeo. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our WWE WrestleMania Backlash preview and predictions. We are signing off until next time.
Charlotte better than D.